Okay, in this Trello video, I'm going to talk about how you would do a new booking. It's going to be the basic booking, and then I'll do an advanced booking a little bit later. So what you would need to do is go to the bookings board. So you could be in a list, for example, and you would just go home and click onto bookings, or you can click onto boards and it will bring up bookings here. It's all pretty much the same. Now what we have here, and these are cleared out every month when the accounts happen, are all of the bookings that happen in that month by location. So as you can see, Marbella, Malaga, Fuengirola, Ibiza, etc., and that's all of the booking locations that we currently have. And the way we do a booking is to go to calendar view, so I know when that booking actually took place. So if you click on calendar view, then you will actually get a view of the calendar, and helpfully the day that we're working on is highlighted in yellow. Now for those of you working in the UK, obviously it trips over at Spanish midnight, not English midnight, because the computer you're working on remotely is based in Spain and not in the UK. Okay, so I'm going to create a new booking, a new basic booking. So if I click on the date, here it will come up just as it does in any of the other lists, add a card. So I'm going to add a card. Now I'm going to call the card the name of the booking. Now historically what we used to do is put all of the information in the title of the booking card or on Signal. What we're doing now is we're actually putting the content of the booking into the card. But let me just show you in the first place. So let's call this Bella and Matt, just as an example. So that's the title of the card, so probably the girl's name and the guy's name. That's all you actually need to add just for now. And then you need to change the list to which location this booking actually happened in. So just for the sake of argument, I'm going to say this booking happened in Madrid. And then you would add the card. Okay, so what that will have done is in this date, it will have added another card to the bottom of the list, and it's got a little timestamp on there, so don't worry about that, that's absolutely normal, that's what should happen. Click through onto the card. Now what we have here are some drop down boxes that you can fill in order to do the booking. So here we have descriptions. If you click this box here, if there's anything you need to know that is important, then pop that in the description of the booking, because we can always search for bookings historically so we know what's gone on. But in most cases you will just need to go to these custom fields down here. So the first thing we have is the date, so we will add the date, which is the 21st. I'm assuming it would be a current date. The only thing it might be is maybe the date before, but just, generally speaking, hit the date that we're on and hit save. The next thing we have is client name. Now this is something I want to change just slightly. So what I want to do is put the client name in here. But going forwards, what I'd like to do is take directly from WhatsApp what the client is called on their contact card. I don't have the WhatsApp view here, but go into WhatsApp, copy the client name from their contact and paste into here. And that's also going to be the same for escorts. So go into WhatsApp and copy the name of the escort on the phone on which you spoke to her and paste it into here. I'll go through this again live so that you can actually see me do it in the future. Here we're going to add the fee. This is always the total fee, so for an hour it's usually $250, $500, whatever the total fee is. Here we have driver or taxi. So again, it's a free text box. If it's a taxi, just add the word taxi. If it's one of our drivers, add the name of the driver. Or if it's the girl that drives themselves, just put the girl's name in there. This is important because we need to know where the money is. Is it with the girl or is it with the driver? So just add in there however she actually got to the booking, assuming it's an out call, so put in the word taxi. Here you'll see in call, out call. let's put it as an out call because we've got a taxi. But again, this is so that we know where the money is. If it's an in call, obviously the driver won't have the cash. He'll have to go and get it, or she'll need to bank it. Type of payment. Here are the options we have: cash, transfer, card, or mixture. As we get into the summer, obviously card, transfer and mixture become more important. But let's just assume this is a cash booking that we're working with, and you just hit cash. Now, we have two boxes here: extra services fee and extras amount. So let's assume that he wants OWO. We would put the extra fee for the OWO in here. So let's say that he wanted OWO and we charged him an extra 50. Now that money we will still take our 40% from. So it's the total fee that's been charged for extras, not the amount that the girl will get. So ideally we would actually make sure that the girl understands that it's the fee minus our commission. If that's not the case, you'd need to write something in comments down here. And here we have extras amount. So this is when the guy says, can you stop and buy me some cigarettes on the way to a booking? Or I'd like you to bring some white wine. Or alternatively, I'd like you to bring the other sort of white wine. Here's where we put the amount for that. And you would put in the comments up here what it was actually for. This is so that we can pay everybody the right amount of money, so that the girl gets her fee for the job, she gets her fee for any extras, and then anything that she's paid in order to provide a service to the guy, whether that's cigarettes, wine, he's bought slippers on the way, put the amount in there so that I know to pay the girl that amount or not to collect that amount from the girl. We have to put a surcharge on to any of our credit card payments. Ideally the minimum is 10%. I would like 20% wherever possible. So put in here the percentage for the card charge if you put card charge up there. And then add your name, add your working name. So I'm going to put boss in here because I did this particularly interesting booking. And this is where you can add comments. You can add comments that relate to the booking, any of these fields here. You can also add comments in the description up here. Okay, and then you would simply hit the cross up here to save that booking. Now that booking will remain on this card for this day, and it will actually have a date stamp on it. I'll then go into the booking and add it to the accounts once we've been paid, and then pay you. So it's an important part of the process. This booking will also appear if we click out of calendar view into list view in the list for that particular location, and we put that one into Madrid, and so that's the booking card there in Madrid. It's one of the new cards, as you can see, because it has all the information actually written into it. But to do a booking, you would go to calendar view and you would work from calendar view. If you wanted to edit it at all, you can look at it in list view. So simply toggle between the two using the calendar button. And that's how to do a basic booking. We would also want to attach both customer, client and girl cards to the booking, but I will cover that in a slightly different video. So this is bookings, so obviously we want lots of these, and then when you've finished, simply go home so that you're ready to go to somewhere else, or just hit boards and select the next board that you want to work with. So that's how to do a basic booking.